Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I know, really random day to get a haircut, as you can tell. I just wanted to say that if you guys live in the Sacramento area, go to FLB. It's like a gentleman's club, but they have like a barber shop hooked onto it called Lucky's, and they do bomb haircuts, let me just tell you. I mean, if you're gonna go there, be willing to spend at least like 2 to 2.5 hours of your day just sitting there, because it's usually like an hour wait time. I mean, sometimes even on the weekdays, and then they'll spend like an hour to an hour and a half on your hair. But they do a pretty good job. I wanted to do a little bit of a rant. First, I'd like to say that yes, my eyebrows are red because I just got them done. It may be weird for some people that guys get their eyebrows done, but I do. So my rant is about college and my problems with college, my irritations with college. First, I'd like to start out with saying the college textbook thing, I think the whole system is just messed up. Let's say you're taking 4 or 5 classes a semester and you have one textbook at least for each of them required. You're spending about you're spending about 500 probably total on all of your books. And the problem is you're never gonna read them. Well, you might read some of them, but in my experience, I have never opened a textbook except for like math class. If I were to recommend you actually getting a textbook for a class, get the math textbook because you're actually gonna need that. All of the other lecture style classes, like, you're never gonna need the textbook because no one ever goes over them. In all my experiences in all my lecture classes, my professors have never once told us to open a book in class. So imagine all of that money that you're wasting. I recommend just don't even buy textbooks until you meet with the professor and they let you know that you're going to be reading out of the book. For my second part of the rant is the parking at college campuses. Now, I go to a community college, so the parking is not like outrageously hard to find, but I could just imagine for like university parking being a nightmare. That's an issue because they push you to buy the parking passes for the semester, but they need to make sure that they have at least enough parking spaces opened for the students on campus. I got to school like 30 minutes early one time, and I spent at least half an hour of that 30 minutes early trying to find a parking spot. And we have like 2 different parking spots on our campus, so I would keep going from like the east side to the west side trying to find a parking spot, and then I ended up being late for class. And I was like, this is ridiculous because I have a parking pass, but there's not any parking lots available. Lastly, I want to talk about professors' ways of teaching. I'm just going to use an example. I'm taking an anthropology class, but my professor, which I have a substitute now, they're both anthropologists, so they both have had experience in the work field of anthropology, and they're teaching lecture style. Like, it's just PowerPoints, end of class. PowerPoint, end of class. It's like, if I was a professor and I was passionate about something, I spent time in the field studying artifacts and bones and all that stuff, like, why would I do lecture style? Like, I could understand me maybe doing lecture style like some of the time, but if I have done work in the field, I would want to like show something physical to my students, not something off of PowerPoint, because honestly, I have not learned probably anything in that class, and it's already halfway through the semester and I have not learned anything. Anyways, that's the end of my rant. And on another note, this weekend I'll be attending a rave in San Francisco. It's a music festival that's Halloween themed, and it's called Boo. So hopefully I can get some footage of that and share that with you guys in a separate video. But until then, see you guys next time.